can be calming, man.
Yeah.
Music is very calming.
I love that, man. Thank you, brother, man. I love that, man. I love that.
Yeah. So, you know, you've been doing music for a while and stuff, and of course, you know, eventually the point is we want to get paid for our creativity.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We want people to understand our creativity. We want
Yes.
us to, you know, we want people to buy into our creativity.
Yes.
So tell the people where they can buy your music at.
Okay. You can go to orchestrator.com. That's orkastrator.com. Also, I don't use any streaming services. The reason I don't use streaming services is because I know it's a very easy way that people get access to you. Nobody's buying CDs anymore. Nobody's downloading music. There's none of that stuff going on. So I get streaming is very accessible. I hate to say it this way, but I feel like if people fuck with you, then they fuck with you. And if they're behind your movement, then they're behind your movement. My movement is, I put a lot of work and a lot of time into what I do. Just like you guys put a lot of work and time into what you do.
Yes, sir.
So you want it to pay off. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's all about the money, but at the end of the day, you want people to understand this is not, time is not free.
Time
Time
is not free.
You know what I mean? So the time that you put into it, you want to see that, you want to get that back. You want to feel something from
Yes,
that.
sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
so
sir.
I don't use streaming services, and plus the fact of the matter is, with streaming, you know, you'll see a lot of people, they'll have, you got 1 million views, but that doesn't mean anything. You don't get, I mean, you get the popularity, but because things run the way they do nowadays, you're here today, gone tomorrow.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? Somebody be hot this week, next week it's done. There's
Yes,
no
sir.
longevity anymore. So now with this, you know, come directly to the source.
Yeah.
You coming directly to me, and I'm coming directly to you.
That's dope. Cut the middleman.
Cut the middleman right
Yes, sir.
out.
Just like we on.
Yeah.
That's why we about to be in the streets. We about to be politicking and meeting people face to face.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I understand. Like you said, the necessary evil. How many used to talk about the necessary evil stuff?
Yeah.
But I don't care. You still got to pound the pavement. You got to
Yeah.
be face to face with people. You see what I'm
Nothing
saying?
works better than that.
That's
Nothing
period.
works better
You
than
know what I'm
that.
saying? I still believe the power of word of mouth
Yes.
is still very powerful. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Right.
And that's when you need a good team, right?
Yes.
Because I be timid, man, when I be going, hey, my name's Edwin, and we're doing shot. But this brother go up, hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that he's good with that. I'm not.
I same.
You know what I mean?
I'm not that dude either.
Yeah.
I'm not that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm an introvert.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I don't just walk like that. Some people have a knack for that.
Yes, sir.
You can do that.
You
naturally.
got it. You got it.
You just roll up. Yo, what's going on? Blah blah blah. Check us out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
That's a gift.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
a
sir.
gift. Not
Yes,
everybody
sir.
can do that.
Quick
Yes,
10
sir.
15-second conversation might change to something. I got a quick 10. I talk quick.
Yeah.
Hey, here you go. Take my car. Boom. This is what I do. Woo, woo, we got this. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you for taking my car. And I'm out of there. 10, 15 seconds. I do that with anybody. You just
Yeah.
never know what
You
might
gotta
happen.
do
Like,
it.
hell
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's what science.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to take up nobody's time. I appreciate you taking my car and just listening for the 10 to 15 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And we make something happen. It is what it is. But
sir.
I ain't afraid to get out here and get it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't afraid of people, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you are. I'm just saying I'm not afraid to be approachable.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to approach people. I didn't say it. No, hard.
So do you got Instagram and all that? What's your Instagram handle?
The one I have is Instagram. It's orchestrated. Orchestrated.
At Orchestrated.
That's it.
So if y'all want some good music, some good beats, a good vibe, and come in connection with a good brother, go to Orchestrated on Instagram, man.
Doubt.
Thank
And you know, man, you about to start doing some work for real.
yes,
Man.
man.
I told you, man. Like I understand you an introvert. I understand how it go
You
down.
better kick that shit to the curb.
Hell yeah, we about to get busy, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? I was a more of a homebody, but now, man, I love being outside. I'm gonna stay outside. The money outside, where the money at, where the people at. You know what I'm saying? Where you can socialize at. So I'm outside.
Let me tell you something. You don't tell Henry you want to do something because he gonna be on you.
Yep.
But I appreciate it. It's not aggressively.
Nah.
It's just like we gonna do it. We gonna work or what?
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. He stays on top of me, man. He stays on me, man. And we at episode 11 now. 12. 12. See, like we working. And I wish I could say it was all because of me.
And I appreciate the people that's been coming on and,
Yeah.
and really, you know, apply what we trying to do. Cause
Yeah.
the people that come on, I apply what y'all do, and I support what y'all do, and vice versa, man. I like it. I like the support we give each other. Give me something laid back. I can smoke a fat ass joint.
All right. So go in. say about the difference about the music from right now, where it's at right now, from what it was, there was a respect factor. You know, like I remember playing rap and hip hop as a kid, and of course the parents, what the hell, that ain't music, blah blah blah. But then when as they were saying it, we didn't say, oh, y'all don't know music, blah blah blah. It was like, okay, it's not for y'all. But then they started hearing their stuff and our stuff. You know what I mean? The stuff that they used to play. They like, wait, that ain't. Like, you know, if the Jay-Z song came on, somebody would be like, whoa, that's the original was Smokey Robinson,
Exactly.
or some shit like that. And then you'll hear the original, and it was such a respect. So the old school, the new school, it was such a conglomerate. You know what I mean? It was really brought together. And
that's what a disconnect is right now.
That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. That's the disconnection, because you know, I think that now people have gotten to a point where they're so interested. They want to make a statement so bad about being individuals and all that stuff, not needing and doing I'm blah blah blah. And that's it. You fucked up the whole system.
You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for
exactly what happened from then. You know what I mean? So you gotta give some type of respect and homage to. And listen, that sound may not be your sound, but you still gotta respect what came before, because you wouldn't even be doing what you're doing if you didn't. Cause growing up, believe me, you heard that. You know what I mean? You heard that growing up as a kid. You heard Earth, Wind and Fire. Then from Earth, Wind and Fire. In case I was born in the '90s, they heard Biz Markie and Scarface and
R.I.P. Biz Markie.
R.I.P. Biz. And then kids that were in the '90s, they heard the 2000. You know, every generation heard the music back a generation. So generations every 10 years. So kids I was born in 2000, their parents would listen to shit from the '90s. And now we got this whole other thing going on, but it's something else.
So what I've noticed about the new music, I've heard some of the best beats.
We just said it's very.
But it's monotone.
Yeah,
it's very
that's true.
monotone.
That's true.
Right now.
That's true.
You know, I try to stay open-minded. I do try to, but
no creativity.
I can't.
That's true.
That's true. Creativity.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I don't. You know,
it's like everybody in this one lane, and that shit crowded as hell. Like everybody in the same lane. Like I know what you're saying.
I agree.
I know what you're saying.
You know, I get it, but when every rapper has the same cadence when they spit.
That's true.
Every rapper has the same cadence.
That's true.
Every singer sounds like either a Rihanna or a Beyonce or Gene Aiko. They got that nasally high. You know, and there's no. I'm sorry, no disrespect, bro. No disrespect, yo. You know, whatever.
It's very copycat.
Yeah, it's extremely. So nobody's like really, you know, and the ones that do, of course, they don't get to shine because it's funny.
They're different.
Exactly, but as these the people that's quote unquote being individuals.
Yes, sir.
They're carbon copies of everybody else that's out there.
Yes,
so
sir.
it's almost like an oxymoron. You know,
that's true.
This is our sound. This is what we know. You sound like him. Who sounds like him? Who sounds like him? Who sounds like him?
That's true.
Same cadence. If I close my eyes and listen to them, and you play 4 or 5 different people, I would think they was all the same damn person.
Yeah.
I had the same writer.
Same auto-tune shit.
Y'all was all in the studio at the same time.
It's an assembly line.
So what you're saying is, and I get it, music should be authentic.
Oh, it's got to be authentic.
You know, because at the end of the day, man, we're all individuals.
Yes.
And if we bring our own spice to the table,
bring your own story.
Our own story to the table, that's going to make everything.
That's what makes it mesh.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we can't have nobody from New York. Been in Ohio 4 years.
4 years,
And we can't talk about the New York rap scene and what it meant to you when you were growing up. You know what I mean?
Great question.
And what it meant to you when you were growing up.
Camera still rolling. We got time. It's going down.
Yo, that's shoot. That was awesome.
Yes, sir.
It was great.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? It just really, it propelled things. You know what I mean? Like there was a respect for certain things. I mean, the 80s, of course, was a different era, I think, for everybody. So the 80s was like a real rough era.
Yeah.
And then when the 90s came in, and like late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, and all that, and that's when things really started to take off.
Yeah.
It really propelled people. Like there was motivation going on. I think it was a different sense in the music because not only was the versatility going on, but what people were talking about. Like you can listen to a DMX and then turn around and listen to a Common. And then turn around and listen to an Outkast. And then turn around and listen to Jay-Z. And then turn around and listen to a Dr. Dre and Snoop.
Yeah.
It was, and you know what I mean? You had all this stuff that was all very respected because it was all original. So it made people feel
very competitive.
Very competitive, but a good competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't
Yeah.
It wasn't a competitive where it's like you listen to that, you like,
Yeah.
oh, and
No,
get that vibe,
Yeah.
and you go, oh, that shit is hard right
Yeah.
there. And then you
Yeah.
go in your lab, and you try to overdo that, and then they might hear that and go, oh, that shit is, and it was just that layer. You know what I mean? It was just awesome. You know what I mean? That during that time, it was just great. The creativity was great, different vibes.
It didn't all sound alike.
And nothing sounded. If you even tried to sound like somebody else,
Exactly.
You're gonna get called you out. They gonna call you out.
They
That's a
pulled your
fact.
car.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So you already know, like my New York rap scene. I mean, I remember the New York rap scene growing up, and then I remember, I remember the early 1990 rap city. That's all you heard was the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know what I'm saying. But I got respect for it. Like I'm a Gangstar fan.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely a Gangstar fan.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring
And I remember that shit from the 90s. Like to this day, I'm a Gangstar fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, my favorite rapper of all time is Nas. Now I'm looking back on longevity and just still how creative he can be, even at his age right now. And ain't lost nothing with that pen. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's my guy.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Your favorite?
Big Daddy Kane, talk Big Daddy Kane.
I'm gonna ask New York rapper, but let's just say favorite rapper since you've been exposed to so many different.
I'm gonna put it this way, then I'm gonna explain why.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Jay is definitely my favorite. And the only reason Jay is my favorite is I like rappers, and that's a real hard question, but I can say that because it's a child thing.
Yeah.
Jay's because I like rappers that show growth. You can't talk about the same thing you was talking about at 19 when you 25.
Exactly.
19, if there's no growth from 19 to 25, 25 to 30, 35, you know what I mean? There's a problem.
Yeah.
If you're still talking about and doing the same thing, you're not only doing it this harm to yourself, but you're doing this harm to the culture.
Yeah.
Because you're making it seem like being stuck here is cool.
Yeah.
Nah, you got to show growth, man. So I say Jay just because of where he's at in terms of the moves that he's made and things that he's done in terms of business-wise.
Yes, sir.
You know, and done that. So I would say him because, you know, of course now what he's talking about is completely different than what he was talking about before.
Yeah.
But you see the levels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Him, Buster, Jadakiss.
Yeah.
You see, when they talk about things, you see their growth.
Yeah.
I love seeing growth.
And that's big, right? And that's just life. You can't be the same person that you was at 17 or 45.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It just don't make sense.
Don't go together.
But there's a lot of people that are kids in grown men and grown people's bodies.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? So you have to grow, and I know there will be times when you become stuck. But you got to push through.
Yes. Yeah.
You got to push through.
Very true.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Hey, this is another one, man. We're going to have to bring back, man, because we could just
My
talk and
God,
talk and
yeah,
talk
man.
and talk.
Man, him about to work.
Yes,
Man.
sir.
We got to shoot some videos.
Yes,
We
sir.
got to do a little bit of everything, man.
Yeah.
My creative juices is flowing. You know what I mean? Your boy been sitting back. I've been sitting back this last year. I've been reading. I'm always
Yes, sir.
learning something new every time, man. We're going to be creative, man.
sir.
You know what I'm saying? It's always a lane for creativity.
Yes, sir.
I don't care how old you are. I don't care what your dream is. Always a lane for creativity.
Yes, sir. So we appreciate you, my brother, once again, orchestrator.
Thank you.
You know,
We get down.
we got this thing, man, because we put these out on Mondays most of the time. So we always have a Monday morning motivation.
Okay.
And you can play your Monday morning motivation, or you could say your Monday morning motivation, however you want to deliver it, my brother.
I'm gonna say what we said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
My motivation, my Monday motivation is this: don't confuse movement with progress. Just because you're moving and doing a lot of things, don't mean you're making progress. You're just doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta make progress.
Yes, sir.
In anything that you do.
Yes,
So
sir.
don't mistake movement for progress. So a lot of y'all out there that's doing 50 billion things, but ain't making no progress. Be honest with yourself and look at it like, yo, am I getting somewhere with this?
Yes, sir.
And if you ain't, maybe you just need to reevaluate things.
Yeah.
Go from there.
That's
You
a
know what I
fact.
mean? So always make progress and not just movement.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's dope. That's dope.
You know, I'll go, and it ties into what you just said. This is the most I've ever done. You know, my son's death has propelled me into doing more than I've ever done. And it's tiring. But I'm making progress. I'm not stuck. And you need some good people behind you to push you. And not to push you over, to push you just to propel you just a little bit further. So get you a good squad, man. And I appreciate my squad.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get you a good squad. Get you good motivators, man. You know, and keep moving forward. What you got, bro?
My Monday morning motivation is don't be afraid to be creative. Don't be afraid to step out your zone, because your creativity and what you really want to express deep down inside might help you mentally. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to be creative. Don't care what nobody else say. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how old you are. Don't care what nobody else say, man. Be creative and do what makes you feel good, because at the end of the day, it's going to make you feel good mentally.
That's dope, man. Episode 12, man.
Episode
No
12,
success, man.
Yeah.
Hey, give out your Instagram handle again, my brother.
It's at Orchestrator. So at ORKASTRATOR.
There it is.
There it is.
I'm your co-host, I'm the host, Real King Henry. You can reach me on IG at RealKing_Henry.
And you can reach me at the Clumsy Dad 1 on Instagram and the Clumsy Dad on Facebook.
And the Clumsy Dad YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Clumsy Dad YouTube channel.
Yes,
Subscribe
sir.
to the One-on-One Family channel.
Yes, sir.
And production channel. We're going to keep this rolling.
Keep working, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Peace.